Kendrick Lamar and SZA lit up Arlington. If you're watching this video, the algorithm probably thinks that I am palatable. Whatever. Yes, this was another sellout show, 3 in a row for SZA and Kendrick Lamar, and that's back to back to back. If you were keeping score, now there's been a lot of haters out there. In this video, we're gonna watch a couple of fans. We're gonna talk to a couple of fans that attended the show in Arlington. If you attended the show in Arlington, let me know down in the comments. How was it? What was your favorite song? Did you enjoy it the night? Because I heard you guys showed up and showed out down in Arlington. And then we got some Drake stans, of course, who always come out to hate on things that's very good for the culture and things that's very good for our mental makeup, because that's what Kendrick is. Kendrick is our modern day griot, and he's here to make sure we understand what the next step is. And yeah, we're going to break down the energy of the fans, and we're going to go pop out and show out. So I got another video here from Marcus at Work Media, and he's been doing his thing, breaking his videos down for us to go check it out. And let me get right to it. Ain't no sense in wasting time. So, oh man, look at that. Turn his TV off.
Welcome back to Marcus at Work Media.
Damn, Arlington look like y'all didn't want to get left out in this, right? Y'all selling out too. Hopefully I'm gonna be there in a week or two in MetLife.
One, two.
So Kendrick and SZA tour just left Arlington, Texas on the 26th as of yesterday's show. So before then, they were in Dallas, killed it in Dallas, over to Arlington. And here is some of the views from the feedback in Arlington.
I just had to check in after hitting the GNX, the Grand National Tour, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Sorry if my voice is a little gone. I was rapping so much, you know, and I really like SZA too. So I was singing, you know, some of her songs. And it's like, so you got everybody in it's bots, and it's just like, man, nah, man, that arena was packed out. Stadium was packed out. And so I don't know what the number was, but as long as it took to park and get out, like it was a lot of people. Most people stayed to the end, but I just got to give my personal thoughts on it, man. 10 of 10. I'm saying, like,
you know, it's like I'm wondering what Drake is gonna do when it comes to the lawsuit in this tour. He's gonna find a way to put this tour in the lawsuit. I don't know what his angle is yet, but I could see him doing that. You know, I could definitely see him doing that. You know, a lot of people are out here wondering what's his next move. And the fact that in Houston, where I don't know why people thought that people wouldn't show out, you know, you could say Texas, but I think he lives in Houston now, Drake I'm talking about. But y'all down there, man, y'all popping out and showing out, and culture always wins, man. And I love what the culture is doing for Kendrick. I love the fact that the culture is showing up to actually listen to the message that Kendrick is giving us. And don't forget SZA. Now, I keep hearing a lot of people saying her mic might have been messed up in the first show, but the last 2 shows, I've been hearing everybody said that mic's on point. She doing her thing.
From the lighting, the sequences of the songs, and basically, since it's a co-headliner, I think they did an excellent job of intertwining them, and it doesn't hurt that they have great on-stage chemistry. And you know, you hear that in the music, but you can also see it on stage, coming and performing together. The clips for interludes in between it, you know, I'm pretty sure you've seen like the clips from, you know, the deposition, you know, the fake deposition thing that they're doing, which is funny. There was another like a skit that they do towards the end that was really funny that kind of shows their personality.
Yeah, that whole deposition thing, that was also I'm gonna say a disc at Wayne, because Wayne had his deposition, back in the day, and it was kind of done in the same context. And Kendrick don't play around, man. He gonna speak his mind. And when you look at some of the things Kendrick has done, there's a lot of foreshadowing, and he's basically foreshadowing he's gonna be in a deposition for Not Like Us in a few months. Who knows? But I can see it's gonna happen, and he's gonna have to answer questions about Not Like Us. That's just a fact.
Other like the skit that they do towards the end that was really funny, that kind of shows their personality and how they are, and I thought that was really cool. But just the energy that Kendrick performs, like seeing it made me say that, like, that made me be like, as a fan of his, that I really gotta see him in concert, because I wanted to go to Mr. Morale, but I wasn't able to. It's just that the way ticket prices are insane, and it's just like, but if you pay, once you get past.
And it's crazy with the ticket prices. Most of it goes to like Ticketmaster. You buy tickets $50 and you pay $150. And you're like, whoa, what are all these fees, man? Jesus Christ. And somebody's getting paid off all those fees. But yeah, the ticket price ain't like, I'm looking at Nosebleed right now for MetLife. I wouldn't say Nosebleed, but upper level. And it's like $300. You know what I mean? So yeah, ticket prices ain't cheap. Depending on especially where you live at in this country as well, it's gonna. But you know what? If you got the opportunity to splurge and get the ticket, get it, because this is we ain't gonna see stuff like this again, man. Where the culture's ruling, hip hop is on top, rap is on top, rap itself is on top, hip hop is back, R&B is in there with rap. We got the Method Man, Mary J. Blige going. We're all I need. Yep. And that's how we're going to keep hip hop going, because that's where it started. Let's do it.
That you paid the money to go and you can just go and enjoy the experience. I try, that's the best thing. I try to not do too many videos, but I know my daughter wanted to see both of them, both my oldest daughter and my youngest, because my youngest daughter she loves TV off.
Yo, and another thing that's crazy about Kendrick Lamar, and he is connected to so many different age range, because my two kids also wants to tag along with me to the Kendrick show. One's 25, one's a little younger, but it's amazing how culturally he has drawn them in, and they're not huge Kendrick fans. They're not at all, but they're like a lot of the stuff that he puts out. They've been listening to it with me, and they're really in tune. And like I said, they're not his fans, but they can hear good music and enjoy it. And that's kind of how it is.
And so I had to get a clip of her, because I didn't tell her where I was going.
Hell no.
And I was just like, hey, me and mommy got to go.
I remember, like I said, I got two kids too, but mine's a 25 and 21 this year. But when you leaving the house, you going to something like that, you can't tell them where you're going. Hell no. They're going to cry all the way to the door. You're going to be feeling bad. You want to see Kendrick in no time. Man, I know how that is. You did the best thing. Just show them the video later.
So I got to show her TV off when she wakes up, and she's gonna go crazy. We already sent some videos to my oldest daughter, and she was a good trooper about it. But like, yeah, man, this 10 of 10, man. Like I didn't know what to expect from SZA, but her performances were really good. The way her sets were, and the way they like changed the sets out, had the dancers, and it was high energy and basically nonstop. Like, unfortunately, Mustard wasn't able to come to the one at AT&T. He wasn't able to come, but I know he's coming in a couple more days. I guess he had a scheduling conflict. I wasn't tripping on that. I would have loved to see him, but by the time I guess I also didn't get there earlier because I know he wasn't doing a set. So I basically got to my seat right before dropped the. He basically the first song was Whacked Out Murals. So basically, once the dark lights hit, I was able to go ahead and get to my seat. But man,
if y'all hitting this concert and y'all concert ain't come up yet, Kendrick is on stage by like 8:30. He's grown. That's grown people shit. Because you know what? By 11, 12 o'clock, we need to get our asses home, because some of us got to go to work the next day. And shit, babysit ain't paid for all night. But Kendrick knows. He knows that you're spending money to come see him. For why we got to wait till 11 o'clock to party? No, we could start at 8 o'clock. So if you're going to get to these shows late, and you think that he's going to be going on at 11, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So make sure y'all get there early, on time, because I know how us black folks like to always be late for shit. But we need to show up on time for Kendrick for this one, at least if you want to get your money's worth. Because you'll be pissed off showing up at 11 to hear 2 songs, and then we out.
I'll say this: if there was any question of like where he stands as far as current artists, and even if you want to make it like an all-time thing, some people have different standards of what they say. Like, he's definitely performance-wise and the music and material he's putting out, he's making himself a strong case to, and I think it's always been that way for this generation. But I would say for an all-time stance, definitely you can put him up there with a lot of people, and he's really having his way right now.
Nothing but good vibes. It too has been sold out.
Yo, this peekaboo dance, it's got to be one of my favorite dances. What you talking about?
But we got a few
just gets me amped.
We need to address with feedback here. Now, for some Drake stans, the bot conversation is still an active debate. Some are still to this day saying that Kendrick was using bots. That's why he's all hype and nobody is showing up to these shows. But looking at this crowd, like every other date that has happened so far, these bots is crazy in the stands, man. These almost look like real people. And all of these bots buying the tickets too and showing up, man, listen.
And that's the thing, yo. Like, where is he going to put this into the lawsuit? Because, he's going to have to find a way to generate some bots. How is he going to do it? He's going to have to find a way. AT&T Stadium, sell out.
AI is on a whole new level now. To the Drake stands, Drake fans, Aubrey Angels, whatever you want to go by today, I'm going to be one of the thousands of people that's going to tell you, bro, there is no bots here, man. I don't know what the industry did with the numbers, but here we are today with a packed stadium, multiple dates in a row. If there were said bots, they can work, okay? Not saying that they're the bots to begin with, because he was already popping before this. So I think it's a ridiculous conversation with the bots. I'm going to leave that there. Now, our next feedback is from a lady that went to the Arlington show.
So we could just debunk the whole bot situation right now, because what this is proven is that people aren't just showing up to see Kendrick Lamar because of Not Like Us. They like Kendrick. Now you could say, oh, maybe they're gonna come see one song. If you're gonna pay $500, $300 to go hear one song, kudos to you. You good.
Loved her experience. She thought it was an awesome show. She felt very, very connected to Kendrick's artistry and music and the vibes that was happening in the room. It wasn't just a show. It was an experience to the highest level, is how people recall it. Now, she broke down her experience, but she made the point of mentioning that she doesn't consider herself a fan of Kendrick.
Now she's gonna go in a little bit, I think probably a little too far, but she's definitely a supporter and a huge stan of K-Dot.
Considers herself a supporter of Kendrick, which is
or like Akadidi will say, K-Bots.
Higher level.
I just got back from the Kendrick Lamar SZA tour. It was incredible, like literally. And I know that everybody been posting videos and the set list and stuff like that. Like, I intentionally did not look at this stuff. I didn't look at the TikToks. I didn't look at the playlist, like, 'cause I wanted to know I wanted to experience everything in
That's
real
right.
time.
That's right.
Kendrick is so fine to me, and it's not even like a physical features. His physical features is his presence, is his
Hey,
attitude, is his
I'm sure Whitney might have some different thoughts about that, so you better be careful with that because Whitney ain't too happy. You know, she watching too.
composure. It's how he walk, it's how he talk, it's how he rap. It's just him, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Damn, sounds like she got it bad.
like like I'm like, dang, I really think I got a crush on this man. I was like, oh no, oh
Oh
no,
yeah.
oh no, oh no, oh no. Let me tell you something. I realized today I'm a true supporter of Kendrick. I don't call myself a fan of Kendrick. I call myself a supporter of his because I feel like that's just, I don't know, fans and supporters. I think they're different. But anyway, I feel like when I tell you I was rapping that stuff, like
Anything.
I was surprised I knew as much as I did. Like I listen to Kendrick all the time, but it's like I was rapping. Like I was rapping. People really thought I was from LA. That's so funny. People were really thinking I was from LA. Like, no, dog. I'm from Texas, born and raised, but like I should have. If I have one regret, I should have been on the floor. I should have been on the front row and on the floor because I feel like he really engages with people that's on the floor. Especially if you're on the perimeter, like on the front side, like he really engages and stuff like that. Like I would have been rapping to him his own lyrics because I don't know if he was trying to change some lyrics or he was forgetting stuff. But I was like, you messing.
Well, we all know K Dot doesn't perform the song all the time the same way. He adds lyrics, changes them up all the time. It's just something he always has done, you know. And the way she's speaking, it reminds me of when I was a kid growing up, and I think it was '87. NWA came out, and I loved NWA so much, Ice Cube, that I thought I was from Compton, and that's what music does. When the music takes you in places, it's gonna bring you to the hood. And I always thought I'm live on the west side of my city, and it was always, you know, I thought I was goddamn from Compton. So I know how you feel, girl. But don't let Whitney see this tape, man. She gonna be pissed off.
Me up, baby. You messing me up because this is how this lyric go. This is how this lyric go. What are you saying? But no, seriously, get the ticket. You need to run. You need to run. It is a one in a lifetime experience. And SZA is amazing and beautiful as well. And she was singing. She was singing. Her mic was on. But I am a Kendrick Lamar fan, so I was mainly there for him. But I really want to meet him. Like on a serious note, I really want to meet him. I hope I get to meet him. Like for real. Like I love his mindset. That's what's so attractive to me. That's what attracts me to him. Like his mind, he's so intelligent and he stand on business. Like he stand on business. You know how attractive that is for a man to say what he mean and to mean what he say.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. And I always tell people, cause like I think he's like I think in the song he said he's 5'7", but when he was down with SZA, they looked about the same height. And I think they said she's 5'4". I'm 5'7", 3/4 or 5'8". But even though he's
I'm sure she's probably wearing like some 15-inch heels. Hey, that's usually how it goes, right?
short, his presence makes him look like he's 6'5", no cap. Like, and I always say, even if a guy is short, when he's confident in himself, like that stuff, he be seeming like a 6 foot nigga. Like I know some guys that are 6 feet that be insecure and they seem so small, and
Oh yeah.
I know some guys that are short and they seem so big. Like he is so masculine, and I know I keep saying that, but I'm so serious. He's so masculine, and like even his little dance move. I know a lot of people be like talking about his dance moves and stuff like that, but when he was doing his little 1-2 step and then SZA was like really dancing, it's like she was in her feminine energy and he was in his masculine energy. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to say, Kendrick, job well done. I'm so proud of you. You looked and sounded amazing. I love that you stand on business. I pray that you continue to stand on business and you never, ever, ever let somebody make you feel less than or make you feel like you gotta be something that you're not. I want you to always be 100% authentically you, because that is who you are. And yeah, like, oh my gosh.
Now, as she said, she was singing so many songs that she didn't even know she knew. So many parts of the song, almost all the way through for every song. Born and raised in Texas, but feel so connected to the music, they thought, the people in the crowd around her thought she was from LA. Think about that. Now, of course, we got to get to the stands. Now, the stands have been coming.
That's crazy. That's how much the music connects you. Like I said, when I was a kid, I thought I was from Compton. Straight out of Compton, straight out of Compton, straight out of Compton. Crazy ass. I ain't gonna go back there. But man,
coming up with this narrative that each show is not sold out.
Kendrick Lamar's tour is not sold out. And before you scroll away, the question that I'm going to be talking about here is, does it matter?
We're gonna have one of these in each one of these videos where they're just haters. Now, a lot of these guys, I'm be honest with you, they make these videos for clickbait, just to antagonize the other side. That's pretty much what it's for. And of course, some people take the bait and they get their rocks off. But let's hear what he says.
Sold out. And before you scroll away, the question that I'm going to be talking about here is, does it matter? Now we need to talk about the lies, the rumors, and the narratives that the internet likes to push. It's okay to say that a show is not sold out. It's not an indictment of Kendrick Lamar. It's just a reality of selling tickets that are expensive in an economy that is struggling for the everyday consumer.
At first, they posted a picture while people was coming in with DJ Mustard, and it had some open seats, and they was like, oh yeah, see, look, it's not sold out. Now, I don't believe none of that for 1 second. My next guy brought up a great response to this, and I wholeheartedly connect with his response because it's exactly how I feel. I'm sure that's how you feel. With all of these Drake stands, have no other recourse, no other leg to stand on, but to try to poke holes in all of this epic run that Kendrick is doing right now. So here's that feedback on behalf of Dot fans when Drake fans start talking about the concert isn't sold out.
Okay, OVOs, let me get this straight now. So now, every time there's a tour date, y'all gonna be focused on whether it was sold out or whether it was a packed house. I just heard this argument and it almost made my head hurt. What are y'all doing, bro? Why do y'all keep trying to find smut or find any little silly ass thing? Like, why are y'all bothering with it at this point, OVOs? You're not winning. Y'all not helping Drake. Drake isn't helping this situation. For the people that are talking about why is Kendrick dragging it, Drake dragged it with this lawsuit shit. So now it's funny. Now they're making fun of him. They're just making fun of him at this point, bro. All the little stuff Kendrick is doing is not going to stop. It's going to continue. They will be forever connected thanks to this battle. Anything.
That's exactly something I said too. This is going to go on forever. No matter what they do from now on, it's going to be linked together. Always. And Drake don't help himself. He don't help himself at all.
Anything Drake does will be compared to Kendrick. Anything Kendrick does will be compared to Drake. That's going to be the norm. Stop. Just stop this, bro. Right now, that man is on a campaign that I've never seen and you've never seen, and that's why y'all used to be.
It's like a stomp out campaign because that right now he don't care. It's like He got on them snow boots, and he gonna stomp you out. The brown ones, boom, boom, boom.
Comfortable in talking that shit. Kendrick's going to come out and make some music and then disappear. I bet you wish that nigga would disappear now, bro. You can't lose.
Yo, that is so funny because that was one of the things that they always say, oh, Kendrick don't put out a lot of music. Now I know they wish that he'll go away right now and not put anything out because he keeps dropping. And it is alleged that he got some new music coming within the next week or so. He's supposed to be dropping something soon. So make sure y'all look out for that. Of course, I'm going to bring that to y'all when he does it.
He can't lose. And the more y'all be searching, the more you don't find shit, the goofier y'all look, bro. I don't understand. And I know y'all going to jump in my comments like, you're old and what do you care? And what do you care about it, Unc? What do you care about it, Grandpa? Let's be clear. I'm 43 years old. The Grays, the good Lord said it was supposed to go this way, so I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I like looking older and out the way because you YNs is crazy. But he's not a YN. Okay? Drake is a grown-ass man. Drake is 38, if not about to be 39, which means he's knocking on 40. And his music still sound like it did when he was a young nigga.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The only difference is, and he likes to sprinkle in talking tough. No one believes that, bro. You're practically a Disney kid damn near, bro. And your fans, like, you have successfully brainwashed your fans to be worse than the Beehive and the Barbs.
Yes.
I want y'all to know that, OV hoes.
Yes.
You guys are worse than the Beehive and the Barbs combined, bro.
Wow.
You guys are something else.
In the meantime, we got more dates to cover, more conversations to have. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it.
Wow. he is upsetting some people right there. He's upsetting some people. Now, if you went to the Arlington show, let me know what your experience was like because, you know, from what they says, Kendrick and SZA, once again, they had a legendary performance at the show. Fans are vibing. They loved every minute of it. They got their money's worth. And you could see from the woman that talked earlier, she was basically left in a trance. You know, when you listen to Kendrick and the way he raps, he speaks, the things he talk about, it puts you in a different place. It makes you think. It makes you think about life, respecting life, living life, making life work for you, everything, all of the above. And that's what he does. And hopefully I'll be at MetLife in a few weeks when the tour comes here and I'll be able to see it. But man, this has been probably one of the most legendary tours. It's breaking all kinds of records, whether it's attendance, money-wise, it's definitely selling out. Everybody wants to be a part of this. And let me know down in the comments how you feel about this. If you went to the Arlington show, let me know what your experience was like. And I hope to see y'all on the next one. Peapod Cove, I'm out, y'all.